abilities to go edit it during the gameplay and stuff. Oh, look at this. We're on top of trees. Oh, okay. Your sacrifice would not be
No!
in vain.
I didn't get to show you that neat trick.
There you go. Now you can.
Oh, but I guess I can.
Okay, so let me think of another topic. So, what was your guys' first experience with Donkey Kong? Was it DKC for you both you guys?
Yes.
DKC, okay.
Yeah, basically.
No, get back here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I knew about Donkey Kong on the original one. Definitely didn't own that though. But I know I played it.
I rented it a lot. Played with my brother. Like I said, we were not friends.
Okay.
For me personally, I think my first exposure to Donkey Kong was at the arcade in Vegas. My dad, obviously, you've heard me flex so many times about how my dad was awesome at Pac-Man, but one of the other games that he played in that location was Donkey Kong, the arcade Donkey Kong, and I wouldn't say my dad got really far in with it, but he did end up getting pretty far.
Darn you, Donkey Kong! Oops.
Did he committed seppuku? he was dishonored. But yeah, that was my first exposure to DK in general. I wouldn't really know that he was actually like more of a thing until I think the GameCube, because remember the GameCube was literally like my first console. That was to myself. Okay, so that's happening. Hold up, I need to detect this pattern. All right, you get it, Diddy. But I remember seeing, was it the bongo game? I remember that game coming out, and I was like, oh,
that was on Wii, wasn't it?
No, the first one came out on GameCube.
GameCube had a version of that?
Yeah, there's the bongo attachment to it.
There was more than
Jungle
one bongo
Beat
version?
or bongo. The bongo one.
Yeah, the bongo one. There was two games made with it. One I believe came out on GameCube. The other one came out on the Wii, I believe.
They both came out in GameCube. I think one of them just got a Wii port.
Oh, Wii port. Okay, then still not wrong, but yeah, I know there was the GameCube one.
No!
Okay. Oh, see, I feel so weird with the DK doing that. Okay. What was it? Yeah, but I remember seeing him do the bongo thing. It's like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know Donkey Kong was like a thing, but I guess that's what he's known for, is the bongos. All right.
Nope.
It wasn't until like I got to know more about him because of Brawl. That was more of it was an incidental thing. Brawl did his job by introducing me to all the Nintendo IPs and what they were really doing. But
yeah, I knew most of the IPs when I saw Smash Brothers. Didn't know all of them, but I knew most of them.
I think one of the things, like I was not really super aware of the Fire Emblem characters. I think I was like one of the
nobody was
for Brawl specifically, because I know most of the people were introduced to those guys via Melee. But for me, as a Brawl starter, like when I saw Marth, I was like, oh, he's probably just like a Japanese character that nobody knows about, but they decided to include anyway.
I mean, that's basically what happened.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Fire Emblem's even in Melee, like wasn't he also just kind of like not he, but like the characters already had establishing games?
Marth did. Roy was an upcoming title.
Roy was a Corrin.
And Ike was too in America.
Yeah, Ike. Yeah, Path of Radiance was already out in Japan. Fire Emblem 6, the Binding Blade. That one was upcoming in Japan, so they included Roy to promote it.
Was there?
And then they kept them in the American version, even though they were originally going to dummy them out because Fire Emblem wasn't a thing in the States. I forget the reason why they kept it, but when they did, and people started unlocking those characters, everyone was like, "What the heck is Marth?"
Oh, he's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. And then
Actually, a top
yeah,
tier.
so because of the intrigue that that caused, they released another game to exclusively to come to both, or not exclusive, but to release worldwide, which was Fire Emblem 7, the Blazing Blade, or the Blazing Sword, which is a prequel to Fire Emblem 6. And that's one that has Lindis, Hector, and Eliwood.
Interesting. Well, I guess that's the one that has the most cultural significance for gamers here in the West, because
Pretty much.
people will not shut up about Lindis being like the best girl. Which you could say, yeah, but I'm not even gonna argue. I'm not even that deep into Fire Emblem to care about those.
I probably wouldn't even argue that she is. I just really like her design. Very simple, very I guess elegant. It's simple. It's cute.
Oops.
With very minor jiggle physics.
Yeah.
Oh, not again. Huh?
Well, that was added in the American version, though.
Really? You would think that'd be
Really?
exclusive to the Japanese.
Yeah. So they changed the sprite for her final weapon, the Soul Kati, and in her animation for that, where they gave her a unique attack animation for that one, similar to the Manikati that she's known for using, and she has jiggle physics on that.
Mm.
Or since it's a sprite, it's not actually physics. That was animated.
Animated, yeah. That remember, folks. Someone was paid to do that, and they're like, "Okay, we have this new sprite we want to work on. Also, give her jiggle physics. All right, guys, let's go break for lunch. Let's go break for lunch." And
like, let the man work.
Yeah. No, you know, watch it be actually animated by a woman who's like, "Yeah, this is my life right now." But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually having fun with this game so far. I'm not gonna lie. But since we're on the topic of Fire Emblem, that's not Three Houses.
Yeah, fuck that game.
Was it? Do you think it's worth me going to Amazon to buy a physical copy of the GBA port of the game? The Binding Blade.
It wouldn't be a bad decision, but I wouldn't recommend it since it's probably expensive as heck.
You'd be better off just finding an ISO to emulate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, it's going to be bright as heck. I mean, like, if you're playing it on an original GBA, that's not going to be much of a problem. But if you're playing it on a TV or GBA SP...
Oh, so the SP is not a good way to play it, because that's the only one I
have. Might still be okay.
I'd say it's probably fine. You might have to adjust some settings for your handheld while you play, but overall, it's compatible.
I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for the inevitable a re-release, timed re-release, like they did with Fire Emblem 1.
They're not gonna re-release that.
I don't know why they decided to say, yeah, here's Fire Emblem 1. It's not gonna be available.
Because, well, they did Fire Emblem 1 because that was one of the ones exclusive to Japan.
Yeah,
back on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but why limit it to a certain amount of time? You're not even giving out a physical version. You're literally not spending nearly as much money.
Shadow Dragon had a physical version.
No. What I'm trying to explain is that Fire Emblem 1 was released here in the West, but only for a limited time. It's not on the store anymore.
Remakes, which there was 2 for the NES.
You're talking about the original game, because that
they
and there was even
they localized it.
Did they?
Yeah, Nintendo officially supported the localization of the very first Fire Emblem game with Marth and all that stuff, and it was only.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, it's only for a limited amount of time. It actually, what you just said about like who's Marth and who's Roy, they literally had a commercial off of that. Like the exact same wording where you're like, oh, who are these anime characters? This one looks cool, but what game do they come from? Fire Emblem? What the heck is that? it's like, oh, okay, it's good to know that Nintendo's advertising team is aware of what the actual fans were thinking at that moment in time. Oh, this is a weird angle.
Oof.
Yeah. There you go. Oh.
Ow.
Ow. You get pain in the game. You get pain in real life. All right, let's see. What am I gonna encounter here? I actually have to play the game. I was having more fun just watching Explodes play the game. I'm not gonna lie.
Which title? Which title came out? Because I'm not seeing anything for the first two.
What the game I was telling you about?
Yeah,
I don't think they revealed it in the title of the video because they wanted it to be a surprise.
Well, no, because I'm just googling the Fire Emblem right now. Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. That's the first one, which was, that one was only in Japan in 1990, and then the Switch in 2020.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Right. So, okay, I thought you were talking about like they released it, at the time of. It's like,
no.
Okay, that doesn't matter. That's a port.
Yeah, it's a port, but I'm just wondering, why is it for a limited time? That doesn't make sense.
What does it matter? They already did a remake of the game on the DS
and the SNES.
Yeah.
Well, what matters to me is that why are you removing it off the store for potential people?
Probably because that version of it wasn't all that good.
What do you have?
Honestly, none of the remakes ever made it to America.
Well, Shadow Dragon did. The one after that didn't, I think, or was it the other way around?
Oh, I saved myself from getting hurt there.
Just collect as many tokens as you can. Every 100 will give us an extra life.
Oh, sweet. Is there a way to die in here?
No.
Okay, good. I'm taking the low path then. Oh yeah, this is happening.
We got at least 3 extra lives.
Good. Mad with power. Anyway, but yeah, that's what to me that bothers me when you limit your amount of
right, but also keep in mind what version they released.
The OG one, just with localization in mind.
Yeah. Like, nobody's gonna want that. Except like a diehard collector of the franchise. In which case, they probably already have the Japanese version somewhere as an actual, physical copy.
So you're telling me that that people they went in with the idea that it's not going to sell well, so why bother having it for a long time?
I mean, the first Fire Emblem is one that they've remade or ported and released multiple times already.
I did not know that.
Yeah, none of them in America.
Because what's it? The original version game that you're talking about that got remade on the Super Nintendo with an extra part on the for the second half of it. So it was that plus more.
Okay,
and then
go ahead. No.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask a question regarding in terms of games. You said the first one pretty much is pretty crappy in terms of
I don't know much. All that the system itself was kind of archaic.
Oh. Yeah, my question that I was gonna follow up with that was in your opinion, which it's your opinion. I'm just looking for a friend. How would you rank Fire Emblem games in terms of quality in your eyes, from good to worst?
Well, gameplay doesn't really change much between any of them, so mainly story and characters.
So so what you're telling me is that the gameplay is not what sells you playing the game. It's just the story that really keeps you
I
wanting.
mean, the gameplay is solid for all of them. I mean, I'll say that there's some gimmicks to the newer titles that are hit or miss, but the overall style of the game is it doesn't really require much grinding either. It's literally just here's your units, here's where they excel, here's where they fail on the board. Use them well. Careful not to let any of them die. They're characters, not just a unit.
Not Advanced Wars. Whoa. Okay. Um,
Ice World.
yeah, it's the S roll. Should probably go save. We're
But
hitting that
yeah,
one level that's giving us problems. What was I gonna say? Okay, so what do you believe is like the worst Fire Emblem game of all time besides the first one?
The second one.
The second one. Okay. I guess
probably yeah.
I guess that would be expected. Uh,
Like the first, I want to say probably 3 titles, maybe 4, are kind of archaic and don't. They also don't feature the the gimmick that all the Fire Emblem franchise is known for, which is the support.
hmm.
Supports, I don't think became a thing until the 4th or 5th game, and then around there, that's when that was also when they first introduced the child mechanic of just being a mechanic. It was
Because
also
everyone
it was
died.
actually it was actually plot relevant, sort of.
You know, I wouldn't mind the new Fire Emblem game that they come out, which is kind of be less convoluted in terms of like character roster. I would be
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
I would be happy.
No!
I would be happy if you ended up whatchamacallit, getting only like 5 characters, and but the cool thing about it is that you're able to reclass them into whatever you wanted them to be.
Well, at that point, you're just playing Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, okay, well, um, what I'm trying to get at is that it'd be cool just to have that, and then their deaths, because you're dealing with 5 characters, their deaths would have a sort of bigger impact to the plot. So say you lose 2 characters, that would affect endgame in terms of like the support and all that.
So here's the thing: they don't write for
Okay.
characters that aren't main characters. Some you know if they're a main character, if they die, that's still game over. If other characters die, it's just like, yeah. So that character just died. You're still gonna have to move on without them, but they don't matter to the actual story. They're supposed to matter to the player because players supposed to get invested because they're people. If I mean they could do something like that, I'm sure there's a title somewhere that does something like that, but that would you know take a lot of programming probably in this day and age. Uh, Maybe not if it was like a something simpler like an RPG Maker title or something. Just make a few different scripts for different scenarios, and boom, there you go. I guess.
That's what I said. Like 5 characters would be an adequate amount for you to cover in terms of the I would say endless possibilities, but the certain amount of possibilities that you would have in like combination wise. So like if you ended up
Right, but that wouldn't really be a strategy game. Then it'd just be an RPG because like 5 units for like are we still talking like Fire Emblem territory or just like in general?
Fire Emblem territory.
Okay, 5 is not enough. Keep in mind that you're supposed to that the idea behind Fire Emblem was that you are, a lord leading an army.
Hmm.
And while it may not translate completely into every single stage you do, because there are weird limitations to every stage, keep in mind that you are supposed to be leading what's basically, an army.
Hmm.
So 5 is not an army. Now, if they reflavored it to just being, just like a band of mercenaries or something, then I guess, yeah, that worked. But even then, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, there's still like 12 of them. But on your idea though, it is
I
doable,
wanted to respond
but
to
it would.
Reggie. I really did, but it was like, okay, yeah, I'm listening.
As far as your idea though, it would be doable. It would require a lot of specific scripting for every possible outcome though, which is a lot of work depending on how like the amount of quality is going into it.
Yeah, it would probably they would probably have an easier time getting away with that if it was not voice acted, because they could just
Oh yeah,
improvise.
yeah.
But knowing them right now, they're on a voice acting high.
Well, that works
Honestly,
out.
I wish some of that budget had just gone to the actual damn game.
I mean the quality of animations, yeah.
That and also the the actual fucking story. Dude, you really suck at that barrel.
Yeah, I do.
This is one of the parts that were made more hard by giving this no more intensity.
Oh, there you go, man.
Really screws with your vision.
Yeah, and I'm also trying to have a conversation as well, so I have to think about what I'm going to say. Because I was on a roll with the last set, but then I left a big enough emptiness in Reggie's comment that I was like, I need to say something. And the moment I do, it's like, oh. Was it? Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of like extreme measures you have to do to make it coherent and right, especially when you're dealing with more than 5 characters to write for.
Oh!
But yeah, I mean, well, at one point we'll probably get there. When we all lost interest. We're going to talk more about Donkey Kong. Have you guys ever played on the bongos? The bongos?
No.
No, but I've played a game that was meant to be on the bongos for the GameCube. That jetpack racing game.
Jetpack racing game. Oh, is that what the Diddy
Not
Kong
bad.
Final Smash is based on?
No, that's actually based on the N64 game that everybody hates because it's long and not what they like
Donkey
anymore.
Kong 64.
But the fact it's a good game, bite me. Bite me.
Okay. Hold on. I need to pay attention for this. Hold on, guys.
So much for that.
Yeah, so much for that. Okay, so I've actually seen the bongo game up close and personal at a children's hospital many years ago. They had a kiosk for Donkey Kong bongos, and
Donkey Kong, I believe.
yeah, that's how I know it was on the GameCube, because they had the kiosk there with the bongos out. I was like, well, that's cool. I didn't play it because they had Mario Strikers instead, and I was like, all right, time to show off my Mario Striker skills. Oh, damn it. Show off my Mario Striker skills to my relatives who were waiting at the hospital there. Really, really fun. I've actually never owned Mario Strikers, the first one. I have charged on the Wii, but never played the original one until that point.
Yeah, one of my friends back in the day had it on GameCube.
Solid game. I just wish that they try that formula again, because Mario Soccer game, especially with how brutal Charged was, has a lot of promise.
They almost did. They almost made a wrestling game with volleyball.
Let me guess, they couldn't get
With all
Peach
that-
involved for reasons.
It was deemed too violent by Nintendo, so they changed it into a different game entirely. That it wasn't Mario.
Their best-selling
What-
games
what-
is Super Smash Brothers, where all of their IPs, fight each other, and like half the
What?
roster has swords.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know what's going on.
Save.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Create saves. Dude, I almost botched that at the right. Like, okay, cool. That's how you find secrets back in the day. Great suspense save. Yeah.
There's actually they actually go so weird in it that they have a save within a save. I mean, a secret within a secret.
All right.
As in, if you fail a secret in a specific way, you get another secret area.
Now, that was a point well earned for me. I was gonna say that right now. I'll go ahead and create the save point here, so we don't have to go through that level part again. Okay, there you go. It's all you. Oh, that's my turn again. My bad. Heck no. I'm gonna slap and get in the back. What was it? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Strikers. Strikers. I love how violent Strikers is. I just point that out. Strikers is such a brutally fun Mario game. I'm really surprised they got away with having Bowser and Bowser Jr. have literally 666 on the back of their shells.
And Waluigi and his infamous crotch chop.
Yeah, the cross chop. Wow, Luigi, yeah.
Even his teammates get in on it.
I
It's
love
fun.
Wario's theme in that game. The accordion playing. It's so Wario. Like, I think that's the most expressive that the Mario characters were for quite a while. Up to that point. Like, to be fair, if you've seen Mario characters before that time, you really just kind of had the bare minimum of their personality and their body language. With
Except Luigi and his cowardice.
Debatable, really, because they were still kind of reused animations for Luigi and Luigi's Mansion. But like, there was so much love, like a cartoon would, like in a Nickelodeon cartoon. There was so much attention to detail with those animations that I was so happy to find out that the same team that did the same team that did the Strikers game did the Luigi's Mansion 3 game, and you could really tell the amount of expression. No, you got this, man. You take control, man. You're the expert. I'm just gonna slap nothing.
See if I can just get it right.
Because Luigi's Mansion 3, I don't know if you've seen that game in action, Reggie, but it looks like it has a lot of love put into the quality of the game. Like, it is what you expect a Nintendo adventure game to be in this day and age. Not COD.
Stomping his hat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would, if I were to recommend any Luigi's Mansion game, I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is possibly like the best Luigi's Mansion game, bar none. Both in presentation and gameplay wise. It has its problems, but I'd rather go back to that game for a fulfilled time as opposed to the first game. And Luigi's Mansion 2,
especially that second game.
yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2, there's just a certain bit of it that you just don't want to go back to it. The amount of backtracking and such for that game is just not fun. And Polterpup.
We love you, Polterpup, but your missions were a pain.
Yeah, there's like literally one level is dedicated to you finding a key, and then the next level is, oh, Polterpup took the key you just got. Go find the key again. Not necessarily something you want to have. It really.
And all throughout the level.
Yeah, they did that for every world, and it made it so annoying. At least the Polter Kitty did not have nearly as much problems. You only dealt with it 2 times, I believe. Yeah, when Diego comes to visit me at my place, again, we're definitely gonna bust out Luigi's Mansion 3 and play that for the channel, because that was I probably said this before, but Diego, he came over to my house about maybe almost 2 years ago, and we played Luigi's Mansion 3. He played it blind, but we went the entire day playing the game, and we beat it in one sitting. Got the best rank in the game, and on our first try, and I gotta say, we both had a huge amount of fun. I remember at the end of it, we had red eyes, big time. Yeah, that's how like. Oh, okay. Dude, I haven't really used those ropes. Does those force you to go down?
Yep, and the blue ones force you to go up.
Okay, we're gonna. You know what? Just load the suspend point because that's where we were, right? We should have more
Yeah.
lives at this point. Very good. Okay, yeah. Um, but yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. I love that game. It's all you. You have the reins on this one, man. But yeah, in terms of like the animations wise from like Strikers, gotta say my main in Strikers is Wario, but both on the music and just the amount of dumb stuff he says. Obviously, Explodes loves Waluigi just because of the Wah. Waluigi, yeah.
He's a fun character.
Yeah, I know. Kind of overhyped due to Smash and, but I don't mind the guy. He's a walking meme that Nintendo accidentally created. He was a meme accidentally created in Nintendo Labs, and well, Nintendo hasn't been the same ever since. I would say possibly after the next level, we can call it a day in terms of country.
Okie dokie.
I had a good time so far. I'm not gonna say I'm pulling my hair out playing this game. Even if we had to like repeat levels playing it the original way, I don't think I would have been nearly as angry as I was with the Mega Man games. I'm actually having a good decent time talking to you guys. Just chill. What's another thing?
If we ever get to the second one, it'll be a lot better. Trust me.
I'm assuming you'd be calling Dixie for that run.
Depend. Dixie is player 2,
Yeah,
so it's very probable.
very probably. Okay. I have to get used to Diddy Kong's floatier jump and smaller hitbox. I'll probably have a better time playing as Diddy. Who knows? Donkey Kong is to me it's like I'm struggling to deal with his weight in certain locations. Oh yeah, so that is forcing you down. That's forcing you up. Okay. Today.
To be fair, they give Diddy a lot more implementation compared to DK in the next game, despite Dixie being the obvious go-to choice.
What was it? Oh yeah, so today I went to my little cousin's house. They had a little barbecue going on, and what was it? He has a Switch now, so he's been playing. He's what I want to say, 15 years old. Oh, that's my turn to play. I was gonna have my awesome story, and you had to like kill yourself. Oh no, I honestly didn't see that. So he's like super into the Smash scene. He's trying to find a way to do Zero to death with Luigi. Just based on watching YouTube videos. He's getting good at it, but I'm like, damn kid, it's like really is it really that necessary to try flexing on me by doing 0 to 100 with Luigi? Okay. See if the barrel's no longer a thing here. The barrel's still here? No, I can't even go back up. Okay. So pink ones send you down, right?
Yeah, you want to go to the other way, I think.
Okay.
No. I mean, I think that's how I came there.
Like in there? Okay, so it's up here then. Oh, okay, so there's this. Alright, snap. Okay, so it was funny because I remember that when he first started playing Smash.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Damage spin there. Hey, cool. I can save us by getting us some extra lives. I remember when he first started playing Smash, he was so trash at the game. And as we all were at one point or another. But like, I remember even when I played on the N64 version with some buddies of mine, I knew how to third jump. So I remember he was really, really bad at like memorizing. Oh yeah, so there's this other jump here. Go ahead and give it a shot. And he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then later on, when he got Smash on his own, he started to like talk all this terminology, like the tournaments, like, oh, I should have SD and I like, was it a DI'd over here, hard read, just like vomiting all this information that I'm like, dude, really? Nobody cares. You're still losing to me who knows how to meteor smash correctly. Like the only people that give me problems in Smash are like Explodes and a couple of my work buddies. It's because they know the mechanics of practically all Smash games. And here's my little cousin being like, oh, I should have DI'd there. Like nobody talks like that, boy. Be quiet. Eat your hot chips. Oh, I'm still playing this game. No. Well, at least I got more lives.
Yeah, at least I get to start out this time.
Yeah.
We got more lives.
Do you guys have that one relative that starts to play this game, starts to play like Smash, and start thinking that they're all this and that because they know the terminology of it? I can't be the only one in this group. You guys have that type of relative, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Don't think so. You don't have one like that? Okay, well. It's so rare to have
Pretty good.
somebody around my neighborhood or such that know about Smash on like a practical level. Yeah, I don't get here that often. I just start forgetting about it. Because you know, there's not a lot of young kids around my spot. And that's another thing I want to bring up as well. I don't know if it's just me as thinking about this, but have you guys noticed that a lot of the things that we really wanted as kids, like in terms of like IPs and all that stuff coming out to like mainstream stuff, are just now here as we are adults when they could have been there when we were, you know, younger? Oh, you're gonna slow down. Have you guys noticed that?
I think so.
Yeah, because the other day, like I went to this toy store that was near the bowling alley. I was gonna go bowling with Diego and Jose, and I go inside there and there's a bunch of plushie Among Us stuff. I'm like, man, if I was able to get my hands on something that immediate for something that was like in the moment in time that you as a kid would be super into, things would have been way different. But like, imagine if Among Us came out like 10 years ago and it got popular within the gaming circle, but worldwide you would not see merch of that anywhere. It's so weird how instantaneous stuff that we care about are now like merchandisable, where back then it wasn't the case. This is something I figured I shared just because that one moment in time. You're not able to jump and get altitude on that? Or does it just like force you out? Oh, I'm trying to get the OG. Why are you doing that?
No.
You were literally. Oh, it was greed, dude. We were so.
I really wanted that one up.
Oh no, you ain't getting out that easily. You get your butt back to work. Anyway, what's another thing? Hey, Reggie, you haven't never like you don't feel the same way about that? It seems like Reggie's muted or something.
Ooh. No, wait.
It was greed. It was greed. Nope. I'm out too.
I just kind of stopped thinking.
Okay, we'll come back to this next time. I feel like we got to the point where we're like super tired. So we'll continue. We'll see if we can get past Slip Slide Ride next time when we come back to this game in like 5 years. How far are we into this game, by the way? How far are we into the game? We're like in the ice world, I believe.
We're about halfway through. The ship is getting a lot closer.
The ship? Where's the ship at?
The ship is coming to the island to pick up the bananas.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, good. Well, I guess this would be a good dropping point here. I'm gonna just quickly log into Fortnite real fast before I go to sleep. But this is good to end off. Do you want to continue this tomorrow?
Sure.
You said you'll be alone tomorrow, so that gives us an extra time. So good. All right.
Yep.
So until next time, guys. Thank you for watching. It seems like Reggie kind of probably dozed off. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.